Just look from here.
Yes, from here.
Is there a reason we can't look? Is there a reason we can't look?
Yes, it's not for to look, to enter inside. It's not allowed.
What about as a Muslim?
You are Muslim?
Yes.
How can I do if you are Muslim?
How can you know?
Yeah, you can read some Quran.
Yeah, what do you want? 432? Which Quranic verse do you want me to read?
Beginning in the first of Quran.
Beginning, what, in Arabic or in English?
Al-Fatiha, you can read Al-Fatiha.
You saw what happened. Tommy Robinson was denied entry and he tried to pose as a Muslim. Why was he required to profess his belief as a Muslim to enter the mosque in the first place? Muslims have no such requirement that people have to profess their faith in Islam before entering a mosque. No, they can come visit. Why are we violating our religious injunctions that specifically state that non-Muslims are allowed to enter the mosque? And that too, in these circumstances, making an international spectacle out of it. It makes no sense. And that kind of sums up the Muslim approach in this era right now. We don't care what the world thinks about us, and we go on about our ways, just thinking that, okay, we are right. Which is not the way to go about this. Okay, hello and assalamu alaikum. So, I'm here with my regular quick takes session. There are some issues that I want to discuss that have happened over the past week or so. My areas of interest and concern are usually that relate, somehow bisect the religious world also. So one such incident that I recently found out happening was Tommy Robinson's visit to Israel and Palestine. Now we all know who Tommy Robinson is. I won't be passing any judgment on him, but people generally recognize this fact that he is a far-right activist, has had a fascist party in the past, is particularly animated against Islam and Muslims. It's hardly debatable that he is a racist and a bigot, especially an anti-Muslim bigot too at that. But this is not something that I am passing a judgment about. I'm just saying how he is generally perceived in the Muslim world. So what happened recently was that he was on his tour, on his visit to Israel and Palestine after the 7th October 2023 war. He's, I think, still there or might have returned. But in this past week, a few days ago, he tried entering the holy mosque of Masjid Al-Aqsa. Now, this is a mosque that is built on the Temple Mount. The Temple Mount, as you all know, is a very famous place in Abrahamic religions. It is sacred to all three religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, because it is the dwelling place of that was established by Abraham, the patriarch of all these three religions. Then there was the Solomon's temple on this Temple Mount that survived for quite a time. Then there was a second temple once it was desecrated and destroyed by the Babylonian attack. Thereafter, this story is owned and accepted by all three religions. The Judaistic, Christian, and the Muslim history accepts these as facts. So all these us Muslims believe it and accept this place as a sacred and a holy place. So this mosque is built on the corner of this Temple Mount, on the corner on which we Muslims, we claim that it is built on that corner on which no aspect of, no part of the Solomon's temple was there. Of course, this is disputed by other religions, but that is the historical, the history behind it. You can agree with it, disagree with it, but generally speaking, Muslims agree all over the world that this mosque was built on that portion of the Temple Mount that was not occupied in the historical sense ever by a Jewish or Christian religious building. So this mosque was built, of course, quite a way back, around 1300 years ago, and is not something that per se has, as far as the building is concerned, the building of Masjid Al-Aqsa is concerned. It was not built by the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, or his disciples. actions done by either of those entities are considered sacred by Muslims. So it was built after that. But the Temple Mount, that is a sacred place for us Muslims. It has Islamic history also, which I won't get into right here. So Tommy Robinson went there with, I think he had an entourage of two, three more people. There are videos all over Twitter. I also watched one of those. He wanted to enter the Masjid Al-Aqsa. It is called Masjid Al-Qibli also, because Masjid Al-Aqsa is a name given to a sort of a larger compound area in which Tommy Robinson was already there. So you'll see some dispute on Twitter that whether he entered Masjid Al-Aqsa or not, because he's already in the compound of Masjid Al-Aqsa. But yeah, the Masjid Al-Qibli, the place where they actually go in and perform ablution and their religious rites, that building is being referred to here. So he was denied entry there. Let me just first show you one of the videos so that you can realize what actually went down, and then we're going to discuss it very shortly. So have a listen.
Just look from here.
Yes, from here.
Is there a reason we can't look? Is there a reason we can't look?
Yes, that's not for to look, to entrance inside, it's not allowed.
What about as a Muslim?
You are Muslim?
Yes.
How can I know if you are Muslim?
How can you know?
Yeah, you can read some Quran.
Yeah, what do you want? 432? Which Quranic verse do you want me to read?
Beginning in the first of Quran.
Beginning, what, in Arabic or in English?
Al-Fatiha, you can read Al-Fatiha?
I don't know.
الفاتحة الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
MashaAllah. In the library you can read?
Yeah,
He's teaching us. Yeah, thank you.
only me.
Only you.
Why? He's a teacher.
He's teaching
He's
us.
our teacher.
I know.
We're Muslim.
Only for Muslims.
picture, what?
You can
Only for Muslims. Is that
Only for Muslims.
Can I just take him with me?
Don't allow inside.
I just said
I
Fatiha.
told you. Allow.
It's alright. You can have a
Camera,
film.
not to take a picture.
Just put it.
okay?
So this goes on for quite a while, a few seconds more. You get the gist of it. So I want to comment on this because we are Muslims. I know it has a geographical, significance in terms of where the mosque actually resides. It is in Palestine, in Jerusalem. I mean, those people have the right to do whatever they feel like with that mosque per se. But what I want to highlight here is that mosques are, even normal mosques, are collective property of all Muslims. And this particular mosque, it's only one of the three mosques that are not only ultimately sacred in Islam, but these are the only three mosques that, according to a tradition attributed to the Holy Prophet, are the places of pilgrimage. I mean, people pack up their luggage and travel thousands of miles just to be here. And the two other mosques are the Grand Mosque of Mecca and the Holy Prophet's Mosque in Medina. Those are the only other two, and this is the third mosque. So I feel like we have a right to say things about it because it is the collective property of all believers and all Muslims. So you saw what happened. Tommy Robinson was denied entry and he tried to pose as a Muslim. Now, of course, this is not right. I'm not going to defend this act. Just to gain entry to a place you profess beliefs that you do not actually hold is not a good thing. I mean, yes, there are circumstances where people are threatened for their lives and they have to renounce their faith just to survive. This was not such an occasion. It was just to gain access to a building, and that to a religious building of another faith that you do not belong to. So this is not in no manner of explanation. This is a condonable act. But having said that, why was he required to profess his belief as a Muslim to enter the mosque in the first place? I mean, let me just separate out two things here. One is, What does it, in theory, it say according to religious Muslim religious instructions about Jews and Christians or other faiths, non-Muslims visiting mosques? Well, you can see at any go Google it, you will find it that Muslims have no such requirement that people have to profess their faith in Islam before entering a mosque. No, they can come visit, they can watch, observe prayers, learn things, even come for tourism for that matter. Yes, since Islam does not hold a pope or some central figure, so you will find all minor differences among various juristic opinions that are available on the matter, that range from what are the permissible uh, issues or reasons non-Muslims can enter a mosque. You will see some restrictive type of juristic opinions like, yes, if they are there for dawa purposes, dawa only means that we want to invite non-Muslims to our faith, so they come and want to understand something. But that is not a limitation in the broader Muslim community. I'm just displaying this particular juristic opinions belonging to all schools of thought in Islam. You can see here on the Egyptian fatwa opinion making website. You can read it at your own time by pausing it and see that there is no such limitation. But even if there is, that okay, since people only are allowed, non-Muslims are only allowed to enter when uh, they are being invited or they are approaching you for learning about Islam. Even if that is the case, why is this particular non-Muslim being denied entry? I mean, have we tore up his heart and seen that nothing, whatever we do in the future, will ever affect him in a positive way? I know this person is not a normal non-Muslim per se. I mean, he's accepted as an Islamophobe and an anti-Muslim bigot among the British public, especially, but also well known around the world now, since in the past few months or so, international figures like Elon Musk and many others have been, praising him and involved with him in some rallies, etc. So his name has become quite global now. But particularly in Britain, he's considered this, and the Islamic community. I'm not going to cross check their opinion. He might be, he must be an anti-Muslim bigot. But aren't the persons who are most animated against your religion supposed to be the people whom we want to approach and convince about our faith, so that even if they do not accept our faith, at least they decide to decrease their animosity towards our religion. So this is just one aspect of it. Number two is the other person here is Ridwar. He's, I think, from Turkey, an ex-Muslim. He's a pretty, vocal critic of Islam, and actually, once again, many people around the world do not see him in a positive light and call him a bigot and a racist and stuff like that. I'm not passing any judgment here. I have not studied these people enough to pass judgment. I'm just saying what the popular sentiment is. So yes, okay, even if he's an ex-Muslim, why does he has to have to recite Surah Al-Fatiha to gain entry? I mean, this is just very silly. We Muslims are currently under the circumstances, we are being considered as terrorists, as a very negative entity in the entire world right now. I'm not saying the people are justified in thinking so, but that is the fact on the ground. Why are we violating our religious injunctions that specifically state that non-Muslims are allowed to enter the mosque, and that too in these circumstances making an international spectacle out of it? It makes no sense. And that kind of sums up the Muslim approach in this era right now. We don't care what the world thinks about us, and we go on about our ways, just thinking that, okay, we are right and the world is wrong. That is not the way to go about in this, global village of a place that we are residing in the era we are residing in. If there are some concerns about us in the hearts of non-Muslims, why not address them head on by being extra polite? So that's why even if you see other tweets like it, I mean, if you read the text of this tweet, the notorious Islamophobe Toby Robinson pretended to be a Muslim convert to enter Masjid Al-Aqsa. Yeah, because you were denying entry to him. You committed the first offense. Why were you denying entry to him?